So I'm going to show you how to print one color objects that go over both bounding boxes for your H2Ds or C. So we're just going to add a big old cube, just say it's 330 width. That way it crosses both bounding boxes. The other coordinates don't really matter that much. I'm going to disable the prime tower just because this is big. Yep. So right now it's obviously going to throw you some errors and say we can't print it like this because it's just trying to print your slot 1 filament or material in both sides, and we can't mechanically reach this side. So the workaround is relatively simple, but there is a downside. So I found the easiest way to be right-click and then add a modifier, and then we're just going to modify basically the right side. So you just make this giant, however big you want. Let's make sure it encompasses the whole part. You're going to turn this from default. You can just use a keyboard shortcut, or sure, you can probably right-click this, but I've always just used a keyboard. So I'm just going to pick filament 5 here. So obviously, if we sliced it right now, it would be, here, I'll just slice it. It would be as if we were printing a two-color print, and obviously there's no conflict because the left nozzle would be in black, and it doesn't need to reach this right area that'll be in orange. So you're not going to do that. That's the whole point of this video. So you're going to turn this color to black, and you want to make sure it's two distinct entries right here. Here, I think this black is off black, so we'll keep them the same so it appears right in the slicer. But you want them to be two distinct, filament 1 and filament either 2, 3, 4, or 5, or whatever. You don't want to remap this to slot 1 like this because we're still going to have the error because it's still trying to print with your left nozzle. So slot 1, which is not what we're doing here. So I'll use slot 5 here. Now you'll reslice, and it will be able to print, but there is one pretty big con, I think. Come on. You'll get a seam because it's basically going to treat it as kind of like two distinct objects, like it's not literally two objects that are merged here, but it's essentially how it's going to get printed. So you'll see you have separate walls and infill for them. So it doesn't really work well for aesthetic pieces. But if you have something big that, for some reason you just want a 330, millimeter block or whatever, you can do that. You can also move your modifier around. Uh, Obviously, then you'd have like a more middling seam here. But yeah, that's how you basically use the whole width for one color. There you go. Alternatively, your other option would be to split this into two objects. Oops, here. So let's go ahead and cut it. Hope it doesn't move them too much. This will be fine. Don't place them on the cut. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. You'd probably play with the positioning to actually, make sure they're going to overlap here. You'd probably not want to overlap them for whatever your actual part is, so you'd probably want to, check the coordinates and make them line up just equally. But yeah, you could take these two parts here and then essentially merge them, and then you'll still have the same type of issue, and then you would just make this one, whoops, you have to print this one with filament 5 as well. So rather than doing it via modifier, you do it via two separate conjoined objects. Basically the same thing. So that's how you use your entire build plate for one color.